Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match reaction video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, all of that good stuff. You guys know the drill by now. And as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And it's just finished Astana 1, Chelsea 3 in the Conference League in the freezing conditions over in Kazakhstan. It now means it's 5 wins from 5 in the Conference League for the Blues, and it's 6 wins in a row in all competitions. Obviously, wasn't really too sure what to expect from this game as a spectacle. You know, the long travel, the bad conditions, the freezing temperatures, the heavily rotated side. But we got a pretty good performance, particularly in that first half. Things did drop off a little bit towards the end, you know, particularly in that second half. Look, it was a good game. Obviously not perfect. As I said, rotated team, a lot of travel, difficult conditions. We got the job done, and we got to see loads of potential future stars from Cobham as well. I thought Mark Guiu took his opportunity really well. One very good goal. The second one, he's in the right place at the right time. Josh Acheampong was brilliant. We'll get into him a little bit later on. Rak-Sakyi really impressed as well. Tyreek George did okay. But look, all positive steps in the right direction, people. And you know what? Like, you know, a lot gets said about the Cobham Academy. A lot gets made about this ownership not valuing it. I think tonight proves that they absolutely do. We had, what, 6 or 7 Cobham grads on the pitch at the end of the game, 5 debuts. And these are kids at the start of their careers. You know, it's a huge moment for them. As Chelsea fans, we should all be absolutely delighted for them. And do you know what? We're now really seeing why, yes, we don't want to be in the Conference League, but the importance of the Conference League to us this season in terms of giving players minutes, in terms of allowing to give academy graduates minutes as well. It's really looking like quite a positive situation. The team itself, I think we knew what it was going to be. We had Jorgensen in goal, back 4 of Acheampong, Disasi, Tosin, Vega, Rak-Sakyi and Dewsbury Hall in midfield, and then Chukwuemeka, Neto, Mark Guiu and Tyreek George as that kind of front 4. And you know, we started the game reasonably well. Look, the pitch wasn't good. The conditions weren't great. It's difficult to get your flow. It's difficult to get into, you know, the rhythm of the game and whatnot. But we started well, and we got a couple of goals inside the first 20 minutes, both scored by Mark Guiu. That first one, really good. Great one, great finished. And look, I'm pleased with him because whenever I've seen him play, he always works so hard for the team. You know, yes, he needs a bit of polishing, but you can clearly see there's a lot of potential in the kid, and he's definitely taken his opportunity tonight. You know, he scored against Noah as well in the earlier rounds. Yes, I think it's a bit too early. Well, not a bit too early, definitely too early to see him in the Premier League, but maybe a loan move next season or a loan in January could potentially be a good solution for him. But that was a really nice first goal from him. And then second one, you know, great quality by Pedro Neto, good combination with Guiu, obviously. And then it kind of hits the defender and kind of goes in off Guiu. It's a bit of a scrappy finish, but again, he's there, right place, right time. And you're 2-0 up and you're cruising like that. That should be, you know, the game done. You know, and then we get that third goal. It's Dewsbury Hall whips in the corner, and it's a free header for Vega. I mean, look, we really shouldn't be in this competition if we're being brutally honest here, guys, because the level of defending and the quality of opposition is just so poor. You know, and somehow, you know, we scored a couple of goals against Noah from set pieces, if I remember correctly, and that marking wasn't particularly good. I think the Astana defending for that set piece was probably even worse. You know, Vega just has a free header there, and he just nods it in. And then, you know, we were a little bit sloppy for the goal that we considered. It's a great strike from, I think he's called Thomas. Really good strike from him, but it's lazy defending from Renato Vega. He should be getting closer, should be getting tighter to him, and maybe allowing that you know, not to go in, but it's still a decent finish and fair play to him. But you know what, Chelsea and clean sheets, despite all the goals we score and all the games that we're winning at the moment, clean sheets are very few and far between, and something we don't particularly seem to do an awful lot of. But yeah, look, the second half, things kind of petered out. We had a couple of opportunities. Dewsbury Hall with a shot that went wide. Chukwuemeka went reasonably close on 1 or 2 occasions, but the game kind of petered out in the second half. I think it peaked in that first half. The second half really wasn't particularly exciting. Not an awful lot to write home about, but that game was never in danger. We picked up no injuries. we got maximum points, and we're back on the plane to London to focus on Sunday. And that was the biggest thing for me about tonight, is get the job done, pick up no injuries. We did that. We saw a load of the young kids, a load of guys make their debuts, and I think Maresca managed the game and the occasion absolutely perfectly. And if we beat Shamrock Rovers next week, then I think we're absolutely guaranteed the top spot. But in terms of players that impressed, I thought Sam Rak-Sakyi did really well in that midfield. We saw him come on against Heidenheim. I thought he impressed in there. He looks calm, composed on the ball. And he did a really good job. Maybe we'll probably see him start in midfield again against Shamrock Rovers, potentially, although Cesare Cassere will be back from suspension. So we'll kind of wait and see what happens with that one. But he did really well, looked calm and composed. And I have to be honest, he looked like he did better than the likes of Dewsbury Hall, better than the likes of Carney Chukwuemeka as well. So fair play to Sam Rak-Sakyi, did really, really well. And you guys will probably be more aware of his brother. I've forgotten his first name now, but he's on loan from Crystal Palace at Sheffield United at the moment, doing a really good job in the Championship. He's a winger, scoring quite a few goals there. I thought Josh Acheampong was brilliant as well, and I'm just so glad that this contractual situation is finally very close to being resolved. You can see the quality that Acheampong's got. He's calm, composed on the ball. He's got that. He can play a great pass. He's got that burst forward as well. He defends well. He tucks into that right centre-back role quite well as well when we're obviously in possession. And so it was a really promising performance from him. I was really pleased with how he performed. And so, yeah, I think he's got, a long positive future at Chelsea. Of course, you don't know how things are going to work out. You've got no idea, what's going to happen with him. But there's clearly a pathway there. He clearly believes in the pathway. And I think Josh Acheampong is someone we're going to be seeing a lot more of, and he really deserves his credit today for a really top-notch performance. Didn't look out of place at all. Yes, I know it's not a particularly good level of opposition, but it's really difficult situation to make your full Chelsea debut in. Crap pitch, freezing conditions. Do you know what I mean? I thought everyone acquitted themselves really, really well. In terms of the senior players, obviously Pedro Neto did his thing. He was comfortably the best player on a football pitch. Played 45 minutes, kept him sharp, took him off, wrap him up in cotton wool for next weekend against Everton. I didn't think Carney Chukwuemeka was particularly good. Had a few nice moments here and there, but I don't want to be too harsh on Carney because that's the first game he started since West Ham away, second game of last season. So he's obviously understandably going to be rusty. He's not played very much football at all this season, about 60-odd minutes before this game. He was okay, a couple of nice things here and there on the ball, but you can see that he's got ability. But unfortunately for Carney, that his future and his career is done at Chelsea. He'll be gone in January or certainly in the summer. And in regards to Dewsbury Hall, we're seeing quite a lot of negative criticism towards him online. I didn't think he was that bad, to be perfectly honest. Did he take his opportunity and make the most of it? Arguably not. But we know what Dewsbury Hall is. He's a squad player. He's a rotation player. He hasn't come here to really make a big impact. So, yeah, I'm not too fussed either way about the performance of Kid and Dewsbury Hall. And we saw some debuts as well. We saw who came on. Amper, the young winger. I felt he did okay when he come on. A couple of nice bits with the ball. We had the young striker, Shim Mweka, if I pronounced his name correctly, the 17-year-old, or he's just turned 18 or just turned 17, can't remember. He looked okay. Didn't really have too much. A couple of nice turns here and there. Harvey Vale played as well. Not a debut for him, but a first Chelsea appearance in a number of years. And I can't remember who else came on. And Keanu Dyer as well, who is a highly regarded player within the academy, getting some minutes as well. So all in all, guys, I think it was a job well done. A difficult situation logistically, really well managed. Maresca rotating the team nicely, giving players opportunities, players getting minutes that need them to keep themselves ticking over, and youngsters getting an exposure to senior football, which is going to be an absolutely invaluable experience for them. And overall, I think we can just be really happy with the evening's work. And the Chelsea bandwagon rolls on. The Chelsea bandwagon rolls on. We're 6 wins in a row, as I touched on earlier. And it's really promising time for Chelsea right now. But yeah, Sam Rak-Sakyi, for me, probably man of the match, the best player in that midfield. And apparently, I'm just looking on Twitter now, he only misplaced one pass out of the 89 passes that he made. And he didn't look out of place at all alongside a £30 million midfielder in Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and a £20 million player in Carney Chukwuemeka. So fair play to Sam Rak-Sakyi. But yeah, we job done. Not really too much more to say about it. A professional performance. Youngsters getting great experience. And you know, it was good. You know, great for Guiu to get 2 goals. Vega again, and the youngsters getting a good opportunity as well. So I think we can be really pleased with what we've seen right now. We've qualified for the next round of the competition. We've got Brentford Sunday, Shamrock Rovers next Thursday. So I think next Thursday will be more of an accurate indication. Play a similar sort of team, and let's really see what some of these players are about, because it's difficult to get an accurate gauge and an accurate indication of how good some of these guys are because of the conditions and because of the pitch and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing similar players again next week. But yeah, it's difficult to lay down a marker, you know, in these kind of conditions. But I think like a lot of players did really well. I don't think anyone particularly had a bad game. As I said, I don't think Dewsbury-Hall and Chukwuemeka made the most of their opportunities, but I thought everyone else was pretty solid. And we roll on to Brentford on Sunday. The boys back on the plane, landing in London probably about 5 or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then preparations for Brentford. But basically, anyone that played in that game today, is not going to start or the Brentford game on Sunday. That's the beauty of the squad that we've got. And yeah, full focus on Sunday now. But a job well done on Astana. You know, a bit of a banana skin negotiated very successfully. And yeah, absolutely delighted, to be honest. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Run up the like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll catch you again in another one soon. Up the Chelsea, and peace out.